It would be harder to take 50 now with that low being put in at 58. Because if it goes a lot lower, the next level might be, no, 40s, 37s, 30s. What do we got now? University of Michigan. Inflation. All right, guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. We start streaming at 10 a.m. In the Discord, we've been trading since 9:30. We've caught some great trades, fading the value or extremes on the higher time frame. In and out, catching the little bounces. Otherwise, you're either short or you're chasing short. So those are your options so far this morning because it went straight down. So you were either short up at the actual official setup spot for the course setups, which is almost 200 points higher. If you weren't in up there, there's no setup after that. It's all advanced setups after that. Looks like we're starting to build a bit of a distribution down here. But that could just be a micro distribution on the way lower, of course. Let's go into the group chat here.
10 seconds.
Got news coming out, guys. Mind your positions.
48, lower than forecast, 49 spot 5. Prices paid 64 spot 8, 64 spot 8, lower than forecast 17.
Lower than forecast.
43 spot 4, cheers at lower than forecast 46 spot 8. University of Michigan sentiment 61 spot 7, 61 spot 7, lower than forecast 62. 1 year inflation at 4.5%, 4.5%, higher than forecast 4.4%. With 5-year inflation at 3.4%, 3.4%, lower than forecast 3.6%. Expectations at 57.7, 57.7, lower than forecast 58.9. Conditions at 68, which is higher than forecast 67.1. And new orders at 47.1, 47.1, lower than forecast 48.1.
I'm not even going to look at my portfolio.
Further weakness comes off back of that.
I don't want to see it. No, thank you.
As well.
So we can look for like a capitulation now.
5% now. The S&P down 1.85% now.
We're really approaching the low volume node. That's going to be at 750. Crazy. We're approaching value area low on the entire composite down here. Eric. Can't imagine how you felt in April. So 766 would be like the super high conviction level. That's like the most significant volume profile, low volume node on this entire composite. So that could be the big reversal spot. Don't quote me. But if there's going to be one, I like that. I'm working right now, Bill. Yeah, Eric still has a job. I don't see us hitting that. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Where is that? Let's take a look at that. Today, huh? $362. I have the yearly band at 362. All right, here we go. Another 50 points. 800. Remember when we were buying 23,000? You're still holding? That would be 200 points ago. That's why it's quick scalps, guys. Quick scalps. Tempting. 2020, 800. Jump 30 points from. Are you using OHCL as the proper data? If we reclaim this, that's kind of bullish, actually. You can get for the bigger move. Might finally get a real bounce here. Whoa. That was nice. That was rewarding. Nice, Alos. Level's still interesting, you know? I think I'm going to stop here. In this account, anyway. That was a good little run here. 2500.
Germany's two-year yield extends fall, last down 7 basis points, Eurozone lost 48%. That's set for its biggest daily fall since early April.
Morning, Ed. Sorry, guys. I'm just logging into YouTube here, seeing everybody. Ed. Sunny. Good morning. Roadrunner. Ezra. Yeah, let's drop a regular trading hours VWAP. Yeah, it's hugging that lower band, man. It's also straight down. Why are we dumping so much, Anderson says. You know, the market can go down. It doesn't just always go up. One more. Going down more. Oh, man. Come on now. Let's form a little bit of a range here. Let's go. Boom. Oh, look at that. So that was off this distribution, guys. That was the low volume node right here. So now we formed a bit of a distribution, right? The long spot there is right here. I have the point of control at 900 currently. Remember, TradingView volume data isn't the most reliable. It's good enough to use to be able to spot high volume nodes and low volume nodes, but the point of control is unreliable on TradingView. All right, guys, I'm going to shut this one down here. Good for a Friday. Then I'll open up my take profit trader. All right, I'm going to lock myself out of these. No more trading these till Monday. Okay. That's the RTH VWAP right there. 2. After a big breakdown like that, guys, you got to be careful. There's going to be a short squeeze sooner or later. You can't just, you know, especially on NQ. Let's see what we get. How's everybody doing out there in Traderland? YouTube, Discord, how are we trading today, guys? Let's do a little check-in. We've had a very busy morning. I've been kind of in the zone, just trading away here. Hopefully you guys have been able to follow along. Green Friday, awesome. All right, Eric. It's better than nothing. Looks like we might get another. The volatility is killer. And I just got $1,100 on take profit. So hi, Sean.
US Treasury yield, 2 years.
Yeah, this volatility is, let's check the VIX, shall we?
2 years, runs around 22 basis points.
20, guys. 20 VIX. We were at 15 just the other day. That's a, that's a 25% increase in the VIX. It's a lot.
Enbridge CEO says global oil demand is really, really strong.
Right through our VWAP and lower band, guys. Like I said, there we got a reaction there, but I'm not expecting huge continuation short. We're going to have a little relief bounce sooner or later. Everybody wants us to go to Hades in a straight line, but ABTD, Ed's doing well, great. LJ Biz says August is historically the worst month for the markets. Good to know. I am into that sort of, I think seasonality plays a big aspect into what we do, for sure. Jeff, sometimes just getting out of the hole and closing flat is a good day. Bryce, nice. Bob's up 555. Good job. Logger, 33%. Does that mean you're up 33%? I wouldn't be shocked if we get a decent rotation, guys. Up. Sooner or later, we're going to get one. Doesn't go straight down. And we are in a major distribution now. Right? A distribution on the higher time frame. Not this chart. This chart. That we've been in since June 26th. Right? So I don't think we're just going to burn through a month-long trading range in one day. I think we're going to rotate up, and then we could go lower for sure. Nice, Libby. That's a cute picture. You must be very proud, Papa. Probably going to shut down this take profit trader too, guys. I'm very happy with that. Just good volatility, was able to crush it real quick in this account. Average trade time 11 seconds. 12 quick trades. In and out. And done. $1,200 almost after commissions. So I'll switch over. I think I'm going to just, I'll take trades with you guys, but I think I'm done trading for the most part this morning. It's Friday. I don't want to ruin a great morning. We had a great volatility coming out of the open, and I don't want to ruin that. And I don't think anybody could blame me. I love going into the weekend on a good day, right? Nothing's worse than going into the weekend on a losing day or a big losing day. It's absolute worst. You get all weekend to stew about it. All right. Still going up. So the point of control on this big composite is 23,000. I would think we at least come back to 23. It's a 200-point bounce, guys, in 30 minutes. This is some of the best trading range we've had. Okay, I'll fire this up. Guys, this is not just, for full transparency, this is the this is a simulator. So I'm not trading real cash. I'm not trading even an evaluation now. This is just to keep trading with you guys at this point. Sonny, I took a couple of small trades this morning pre-market. I was up like $250. Nothing crazy. We were having some nice moves. You have to realize though, when you're getting in on a limit order at a key level, I'm just looking for that reaction at a key level on NQ, the oscillation. That's an edge. It's an edge 100%. So the lower band back test long, yeah, what is that, 21? I think that's worth trying. Didn't quite make it there. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, I mean, it was real close. Went to like 20. It was within like 6 ticks. Can't always expect to go to the tick, guys. Sometimes you have to front run a little bit. Doesn't always get there. And on the flip side of that, sometimes it sweeps it a little bit before it reclaims. It's just the nature. It's the nature of the beast. Nice, J. Scott. Profit target and locked out. After trying to give it all back earlier. I don't know why you were trying to do that, but I'm glad that you were able to finish out strong. This looks like it could be a bit of a resistance up here. We're coming up to... we have a low volume node, but I would expect it to try and get to 20, just below 23,000. I'd be surprised if it didn't. Short on gold. Yeah, not a bad trade. I literally shorted this one pre-market. Well, it wasn't pre-market on gold, but it was this. Oh, it went a little higher, didn't it? I caught so I caught this one. I caught this first one. No, I caught this one. I did catch this one. Nice short. That's selling off hard. Good job. Who was that? Ezraski. Ezraski, nice short on gold. You know, we do have a clear distribution. All right, we got a clear value area high and value area low. The value area high lines up nicely. We have a value area low, and then we have a low volume node right here in the middle. So, you know, I would expect this to be the trading range for now. Almost to 23,000 on NQ. Very close. ES has formed a pretty tight distribution down here at the bottom. It was a 30-point range on ES, guys. That's fantastic. keeps going, this dip could be over. Got to go above, I would say above 23, 150. That could have been the buy the dip. I bought a bunch of stuff pre-market in my longer term portfolio. Hopefully that works out nice. I closed mine. I took mine from 39 to 57, almost 20 points. And we finally have an initial balance. I feel like we've been trading for a long time, but we haven't. 90 minutes. All right, we're coming up to 23. This is going to be a key level, guys. If we can reclaim and hold 23,000, this could have been a buy the dip on the higher time frames. That could have been it. We'll see. I did, but Zalos, those are my favorite kind of days. Low stress.
So,
Every trade worked out. I was never in the red.
Relaxed version of the Basel III endgame.
None of my trades really went red. It was just perfect. I traded like a magician this morning. Sometimes I nail it. Some days you're the windshield, some days you're the bug. Feels good after a couple of rough days over the last 2 weeks. Get my mojo back a little bit. All right, great. DG trades, enjoy. Go play some golf. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy the weekend.
Risk-based capital that would be less burdensome on the biggest US banks than the Biden-era plan, according to people familiar with the matter. So
Yeah, me too.
Vice Chair for Supervision, Bowman, recently appointed by Trump, is taking the lead in crafting a new measure that would aim to simplify how banks calculate their capital requirements. Regulators are largely throwing out the original 1,087-page version proposed 2 years ago and will aim to unveil a new plan as soon as the first quarter of next year, said the people familiar with the matter who asked not to be identified because the discussions are private.
I would like this to keep going up. I don't care from a day trading standpoint, but I have things in my portfolio I would like to go up now, especially since I did a bunch of adding this morning. Hey, Tony, good morning. So this is upper band, value area high on the regular trading hours. It's also upper band on the RTH VWAP. So this is a key area. It looks like the bid is pretty supported. So I'm thinking that we're going through it. Pretty strong bid so far. There it goes. Now, not only do we have to break through the 23,000, we have to hold it. So we need it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, Tony, a lot of us, we did really well this morning. I did really well anyway. Seems like most people did okay. Yeah, well, we've had more volatility, JJ. Yeah, it's nice. I think it's nice. VIX is already down to 19.5. Huge drop on the VIX already. Look at that. We got our spike. Now we're coming all the way back down. That's what we want to see on a buy the dip. We can get back down to 18.5. We're probably in good shape. How did you do, Stephen? JJ, how did you do? Good, Zane. You know, sometimes just trading your way back is a good day. I don't know if you're going to shut it down here or not, but Sonny, so I get this question a lot. A lot of people say, you know, without hard stops, how do I decide when I stop out? You know, usually I like to stop out sooner than later if I think I'm wrong. If I'm watching the price action, I got tick strike going, I'm watching the DOM. If it feels like it's a bidder offer is getting caught in the opposite way, I want to get out for as little as possible. I hit the oh shit button, cancel all, flatten all. Do I get caught off sides larger than I like sometimes? Yes. So a big part of what I do is managing that risk, and hopefully, you know, it requires really fast thinking, really fast reflexes. You know, obviously you can see I'm talking a lot more now. When I was trading, I was a lot more dialed in, really focused. Well, and Zane says it's shocking that I don't run hard stops since you wait for precise entries, and that's true. But you know, MQ is quite volatile and it can wick quite a bit, so I don't want it wicking me out for nothing. But I do use take profit orders, limit orders. I don't take profit market unless it's like my last contract and it's starting to reverse, then I'll just eject. All right, Alex. Hope you had a good day. Showdown. Troy, welcome to the group, man. Negative 317 on personal and Tradeify, but the good news is today is a new day. First day in premium. All right, let's take it slow. Maybe do some trade recaps later today. Go through your trades, see what you did, and tag us in the group. And we can see what you're doing. And we can give you some feedback on your trades. It's one of the benefits of being in the premium group. So not enough people take advantage of it. Dang. Is that your funded account, Stephen? Stephen crushing it, man. Look at that. That's a good day. Show us your total. That's 2 trades.
Fitzbostic says the jobs data was significant.
Holy shit, dude.
The bigger story. So Fitzbostic speaking on CNBC now.
Crushing it, man. Guys, this is on a funded account.
Fitzbostic says the job market is slowing from strong levels.
The gold. Oh, so you were risking it for the biscuit.
Fitzbostic says we still need to determine what trend of firing will be. Says the risk
JP finds this really unsettling. Your reckless behavior. Okay, so back on the offer here. Now, do we go back down to The lows, do we find support
Bot
at,
stick again saying into this week the bigger risk was on the inflation.
if this is a strong reversal, I bet we don't even get back down to RTH VWAP.
Again, Bostic says the risk on jobs front may be coming into better balance with the inflation risks.
So who won the gold challenge?
Bostic says there is still a lot of strength
Nice,
underlying
Hella.
the labour market.
Good job. So Hella's gonna win a 50K
Bostic says I don't think the jobs
top
data will
one
changed this week's FOMC decision.
account and a signed hard copy of the book. So Hella, be sure to DM me your full name, email, and address so I can send you the book.
Bostic says in many ways the job market still looks good.
And by the way, I was just thinking yesterday how it was so cool that you guys orchestrated that
Businesses that they're on the verge
little
of
competition.
making a lot
I
of
think it's awesome. I think it builds community, and it's just really cool to see. So I was really, really happy to see you guys just kind of
Bostic says
doing some
the
community
industry is
building.
slowing the jobs market. It's unclear how much more weakness there is ahead.
Right, still on the offer here. We have a new point of control up here too, so that's interesting. I don't know if they're capping out just above 23,000.
Says for today, I still expect one cut this year.
That's a good idea, JP. So do the next challenge around the VWAP Wave System, right? Only real setups count. It's got to be one of the. Actually, you get like points if it's one of the 4 core, and a separate like lower points if it's an advanced setup.
Bostic says need to see how things evolve over the coming months.
Elad, I don't generally trade micros. I trade minis. I hit over 3K in my top step and 1,100 in my take profit trader, trading a few minis.
Bostic says I'm not ready to increase my projection for 2025 rate.
Sam, we switched to RTH. Generally RTH on bigger range days.
Like textbook example.
When we have a trending day, RTH plays more into factor than when we have a tighter range day. Some guys in the Discord look at it all the time. I generally throw it on there if we have a big move out of the open.
Bostic says inflation is still further from target than employment is. Bostic says if tariffs are successful, the Fed can't just look through them.
How do I use VIX in my trading? I mean, I keep an eye on it. Mostly it tells me, you know, what can I expect? Oh, volatility's back up, guys. Look at that. Just like that. You know, this could be a bigger move down. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see if this can put a cap in. Oil's at lows. So far this is, you know, we'll see how low this rotation goes.
To price the tariff rises.
I feel like everything's playing out in slow motion, so we'll see. So the next key level is going to be pretty much here. We got IB mid and RTH VWAP here at 50, at 44 really, 45. Then we have lower band at 21. So we'll see if those hold. We have built a decent distribution here, more so on ES than NQ, but NQ is obviously thinner. I'll be right back.
Bostic says it might take 12 months for businesses to adjust pricing. Bostic says we are in a very difficult environment right now. Bostic says there are risks on both sides of Fed mandates. Bostic says today's numbers raise salience risks to employment.
Yeah, don't diddle in the middle. I created a t-shirt, guys. T-shirt. But he's gonna see the t-shirts.
Bostic says active debate on how restrictive Fed policy is right now. And Bostic's interview's just ended.
Here it is. The new t-shirt. What do you mean, Corey? It's British. I couldn't think of a better voice for her. Who do you want? James Earl Jones? Sean Connery? Sean Connery. It didn't. I did try it that way. It didn't look as good, Logger. Just didn't look that good. So, you know, the volume profile is based on the concept of a normal distribution. That's a normal distribution. It didn't look as cool. Kind of looks more math nerd this way, too. So that's fun. I'll put that on a t-shirt this weekend. You know, I don't think it's hard to say what we're looking for here because we're in the middle of, you know, we're at point of control here. You guys know how I feel about trading around point of control. All right, RTH, VWAP. This is the diddle in the middle. I'm not diddling. I did another t-shirt too. Because this is what I do with my free time, because how about this one? Isn't it sweet? So I'm gonna put these. I'm gonna put this one and the other one on t-shirts this weekend. I'm gonna start wearing a different one on every stream. I'm just gonna have like a whole line of t-shirts because it's fun. This is how I get fun in life now. Corey, I can't make. You're gonna have to make yourself a tad bit thinner to be able to wear it. Oh, yeah, I can try and make it a little thinner. I think, Bill, I think the simulator and trading view kind of blows. I think Ninja Trader has a great simulator, a replay simulator. It's much better than Trading View or Tradevate. Ooh, I like the Traders Anonymous t-shirt. Yeah, idea. It's a good one. Let me write that down. I also had another idea. You are the exit liquidity. You are the exit liquidity. So whoever's my entry is your stop loss. Yep, that's a good one. They're all good ones, guys. Keep them coming. I could spend all weekend making t-shirts. Yes. So, Evie, if it's lagging, it's because of your computer. NinjaTrader requires heavy resources. So you need a very powerful, fast computer for NinjaTrader for it to run really smooth. Yep. All I know is that on this computer, it's super laggy. On this computer, it's fire. It's super smooth. So I've tried it on different computers. And one, it's really, really nice and smooth, and one, it's not. So it's. Wait, what are we talking about lagging? Lagging indicators or lagging data? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. All right, we got a little bit of a reclaim maybe on. All right, so the rotation so far look decent. All right, we got boom, 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 boom.
Connection lost.
Or is it going to be da, da, da? Or da, 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 da.
Brent crude futures fall more than $2 a barrel on OPEC Plus cap and econ data, economic data.
What is it? My entry is your stop loss. You are the exit liquidity. Amazon has like a bunch of trader t-shirts, but they're not this cool. These are going to be the coolest trader t-shirts available. Uh-oh. Blair's posted in the profit section. Oh boy. I don't know if many people would get the medical reference on GC. Mind the gap. Ooh, Sonny has a good idea. Mind the gap with a low volume node. That's a great idea. You guys are coming up with great ideas. Mind the gap. Well, the market has really slowed down a lot. It's interesting because the cumulative delta is going up even with all this selling. So there's a big passive seller who has been active pretty much since 23,000, sitting on the offer as it goes down. I'm actually going to see the Inter Miami soccer team tomorrow with Messi. So I will be busy. I'm taking my son. 13. He loves soccer or football for all my European counterparts. Yes, yes, football. I know, I know. Gold sideways, guys. Not much happening there. Built a distribution up here, and now it's just fade value very extremes in this distribution. And Q, I think at this point has the most opportunity. Russell has some nice range. Hit that one hit VWAP. Yeah, man, we're really excited. The GOAT. All right, coming up on the 11 o'clock hour, guys. We'll trade for another 30 minutes here. See what we get. Let's see if we get lower. Even if we do get lower, I'm expecting a sweep of the lows, and I'm not expecting much lower, to be honest. And why is that? Why do I think there'll just be a sweep of lows here rather than a much bigger move down? I'm expecting, if we hit the lows, this. Not this. I think the higher time frame volume profile tells the bigger story, and Hella is 100% right. We have this big composite that's been built over the last month plus, and we have the most significant low volume node down here at 770. It's also value area low on the composite. So this level, I think, wasn't hit, and I think it probably will be hit. And I don't think we'll go much lower than that today, anyway. I think it's got to test this level first. We'll probably get some buyers. Oh, you guys can't see it. Sorry. This level right here. Low volume node. Value area low on the composite since June 26th. And this level is, give or take, 770. I'm not saying we're going to get there. I'm just saying if we do, that's what I expect to happen. We could very well find support here and go higher because we've already traversed this big distribution here. All right, so we go back up to point of control. We can go back up to value area high. You know, I don't know if we'll go much higher than that. What is that, 87? You know, maybe IB high or so. Maybe upper band. And then we'll probably spend the rest of the day in the range. It's my guess. That was a nice touch of lower band there. Found some buyers. Is it enough buyers? Adios, Stephen. Good work today. We got a Q&A on Sunday at 5 p.m. if you can make it. Make good decisions, Stephen. Make good decisions. You're going to upset JP. If you're lackadaisical risk management, you could be locking in a massive payout. Yep, absolutely, Zane. We're in the middle of a lower time frame distribution, and we're also almost in the middle of a higher time frame distribution. What do you mean it doesn't reset? No, you'll have whatever's left in it. So if you have, let's say you have 10K in there and you take 5, you'll have 5K left of drawdown. Zave, hey, I'm doing well. Good to see you. Yep, make good decisions. Very anemic. Oh, there we go. We got some buyers step in there. Can it get above? But we're in a trading range now, guys. Obviously, this is where I get burnt trying to guess what's going to happen here. But that's what my wife loves to say. I tell her, "Ah, I only got 2 more days. I'm going to get a big fat payout." The only thing she ever says to me is, "Don't F it up." $9.83. Sound cut out? Test, test. Test, test. You guys can't hear me? It would be. Yep. This would be setup number 3, return to value long. Now we're coming right into the regular trading hours VWAP. So your goal, your profit target, if you're trying to hold this longer, would be between 23,000 and 41. Level to level. We still got to get by IB mid and VWAP, which we haven't yet. But if we do, we're also at point of control. Not a great place to take a setup, but still a valid setup otherwise. Since it has confirmation, it wicked below the band. Awesome, Dave. That's great stuff. I'm glad you're here and happy to have you and hope you can participate with us. Give us some trade ideas. Tell us what you're seeing. Post your trades. We would love to see what you're doing. All right, Eric. Good job. Yep. A lot of these guys head over to the Trader Lounge after we're done streaming for the day. You can share your mic, share your screens, collaborate with everybody who's trading the system. And that's been building, guys. I think I saw like 15 people in there the other day. Yeah, it was impressive. It's very cool. How is it with the mic situation? Is it getting overwhelming or is it still decent? Okay. If you guys have any issues with that, there's some things we can implement. to moderate a bit if it gets out of control, but if it's fine, it's fine. Good. I don't usually listen. I'll hop in the chat and I just see who's there. But usually once I sign off streaming, guys, I'm busy for like the rest of the day. And it's not trading. I have calls this afternoon, trying to get some deals from some prop firms so I can give away some more accounts for you guys. I have some deals in the works with Funded Next and Earn to Trade. They're both going to give us accounts, free accounts I can give away. Apex is trying to weasel their way back in. I don't know if that's going to be easy for them to do, but yeah, that's interesting, JP. Yeah. Well, you guys know I'm always open to suggestions, so as things continue to develop and evolve, we'll see what we need to do to get the best experience for everybody. Yeah, trading in front of people is not easy. All right, seems we're getting above IB mid here and RTH VWAP, so this could very well go to upper band here on the RTH and then value area high and then maybe VWAP. We'll see. Got to hold though, just can't peek above it. We went almost right to 800. Nice big meet fit time. Roadrunner Top Step does not have any promotional codes. They rarely ever do promos. Nor do they have any affiliates anymore. Sonny, I'm not usually in one trade, more than one trade at a time. Not usually, no. Izraski says Tradeovate has a point of control of 23,000. Trading View, you're going to go based on Tradeovate, has the better data. So you can trust Tradeovate's point of control more so than Trading View's. Awesome, brother. Yeah, some people, big time, big me too, fit time, big me too, fit me. Some people prefer price discovery. Some people prefer trading balance, the edges of balance. Everybody's different. That's happened to Top Step before. You guys should have seen Apex back last year, man. There was like, it went down every day for like 2 weeks. Every day. There was an issue. Yep, New York VWAP going flat. Yeah, so one of my rules, Zave, is staying away from trades in the point of control VWAP area for the most part. And that's why we say don't diddle in the middle. So I'll tend to try and sit on my hands, right? When we're in the middle of a distribution on the volume profile, chopping around VWAP, there's no edge for me there. Literally no edge. I'll wait for the edges of balance. Edge of balance. Hence the shirt. Don't diddle in the middle. Okay, guys. Hey, if that works for you, man, that's great. Just using RTH VWAP, if that's what works for you, that's 100% fine. I'm never going to say that there's only one way to do this. You got to do it just like me. Never will I say that. I think people adopt their own strategies and what works for them and how they prefer to trade the system, and that's kind of the nature of it, right? You have to make it your own. I can provide the concepts, the framework, the guidelines, and then, you guys go from there. Make it your own. Rejected again. Big seller. Yeah, JP, this is tough, man. We're right in the middle of this distribution here. Literally. Chop City. Wow, Logger. I didn't know you were on such a hot streak. Logger's saying if he closed green as I am today, it will be 16 consecutive green trading days in a row. Awesome. That is not luck. That is... Wait for my volume node. Yeah. That's excess price, when we're in the middle of a nicely defined distribution. Not only are we on a distribution on the regular trading hours, but we are also in a distribution on the composite profile now, right? In the middle, smack in the middle. Lager, I am it's a pleasure to be of service, really. I enjoy what I do and I enjoy helping people, not just in trading, as you guys know. Yeah, hell, I think I need more server boosts, don't I? I don't know how to do that. I already paid for a ton of them. Yeah, you need server boosts. Right, so unlock with boosting. Yeah, I'll try and do a server tag. I'll work on that this weekend. I think it could only be 3 letters, the tag. Have you seen 4? If I could do 4, I'll def. What about VWAP? That would be a cool one too. Just VWAP. Zave, the deviation bands should not change materially on different time frames. They should be roughly the same. They might change by like a couple of ticks, but it should be pretty close to the same level. That's the beauty about all of these indicators that we use here. First of all, they're all based on volume data, current volume data, right? The second is that the levels don't change based on time frame, unless you're doing like a composite or whatever. But, for intraday, the point of control is the point of control, the deviation bands are the deviation, the volume, the VWAP. And people think it's a lagging indicator, and it's just, they're just uneducated. But because they see it like they see it like it's a moving average, right? How it trails price like this. But really, this line doesn't matter at all. All that matters is the price. We just care about what the price is. The volume weighted average price, not the volume weighted average line, right? We just want to know what price based on volume is the most common price based on the volume derivative, right? That's all we care about. The line means literally nothing. Now we could see whether the price is going up or down based on the history of the line. That's all it's good for. Cumulative deltas, we can go in sideways here. We're very heavy negative delta too. I don't know that we'll get the waterfall that we got out of the open, but we'll see. Okay.
everyone expects some Venezuela oil to start flowing this month.
Awesome, man. I'm glad you like the podcast. I love doing it. I'm going to be hanging out with those guys again in October. We're going out to Los Angeles to see Tom Hogard. That's right. Best loser wins. Yeah, huge divergence. Literally going the complete opposite. I find that absolutely useless. God knows what's going on here. It's definitely not confirming the move. We know that. All right, look. Look at this red selling volume. Price going down. And then prices going up. We got buying and the delta going down. It's completely ass backwards. Somebody's manipulating price there. So hard to draw any conclusions from that. All right, just did a little scalp even in this account, 600 bucks. Not bad. All right, guys. I think I'm going to shut it down here. Question, how do you use a higher time frame composite fixed rate? Oh, yes, let me grab the video. I have a whole video on it. Here you go, Mo. Watch that. To the lounge. All right, guys. I have a lot of fun in the Trader Lounge. Manage your risk. Stay sharp. I'm going to shut it down for the week. I had a great morning. I will be around on Discord. I like Tradeovate CVD better than Ninja Traders, yes. but they're both good. They're both reliable. We have group live Q&A on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of you that can make it. Bring your questions, bring your trades. It's a great opportunity for you guys to get some individualized attention, right? Without having to do mentorship or anything like that. I show up to this thing twice a week. It's for you guys to be able to ask personalized and individualized questions. So please take advantage of it, right? That's what it's for. So make sure you bring your questions, bring whatever it is you're struggling with, and we'll go over it, okay? Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you on YouTube, if you want to join us, you can get a free trial to the premium Discord for a week. Come check it out. Otherwise, hopefully we'll have some new announcements with some cool stuff going on. I'll be working on some t-shirts, Carlos. Everybody have a great weekend. Head on over to the Trader Lounge. You can share your mic, share your screens, collaborate with your fellow traders. And if you're going to keep trading, manage your risk and stay sharp out there, guys. Tag me in the Discord if you need help. And we'll be back at it Monday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day, everybody.